Hi, finally getting to my response video to your Sumo deadlift. Here it is. Things that I'm seeing that are good. Your overall strength and confidence in the movement, super duper. Let's keep that up. We're moving this weight like it's nothing. That's great. I love to see it. Couple of notes. First one, shoes. Let's see some feet instead, especially if you're deadlifting on the turf, which is great. That's where you'd like to do it. Let's kick off those shoes and try and do it just in socks if you can. The neural feedback that you get in the soles of your feet is super duper valuable and super duper helpful. It's also going to help to build a lot of strength and stability in the joints and the teeny tiny stabilizer muscles that you have in your feet and ankles and knees. So if you've ever had trouble with those, working out and deadlifting, especially in bare feet, can help with that. So try that. Try the bare feet. Part two, our grip is inside the knees, which is exactly where we want it. I think we might be a little bit too inside. Like it's looking like our, like if my feet are here-ish, my arms like here maybe. Let's see if we can go whoop, out one maybe even two. That might be too wide. Maybe out one here, boom, and get that lift. Because what we want is at the top of our movement here, if I have these narrow hands, when I get up here, and I can kind of shrug them up like this. It's a little bit harder to get what we really want, a little bit wider, is to come up, boom, and get that full like back pull in here. So like here is like a 98% of a rep. That's my 100% of a rep. That upper back is going to finish off that last little percent of the pull for the very top of the repetition. So ditch the shoes, a little bit wider grip. Let's try that out. Big note on this one is the order of operations for what's coming up out of the bottom of the hole here. So again, what we're seeing here is yep, like this. Not bad, but like I said, everything looks really good and confident, so I'm going to get nitpicky here. I think our butt is coming up a little bit faster than everything else. Ideally, it all comes up at the same time. So again, from the side, what I think I'm seeing is a little bit of here, and then we lift. So if you're feeling like a lot of work happen here and here, I think that's probably why. So what we want is try to affect this like everything at the same time. It's going to be hard. Luckily, like I said, it looks like this weight isn't like bossing you around too much. So we can try these other changes with the feet and the hands and try and pay attention to where our butt's going, just like in real life all the time. Pay attention to where our butt is going and if it's going there faster. So, I mean, just to reiterate, like I said, what we want is to come in, yeah, get that last little pull there. So if you're feeling, if we make these changes and you feel like your quads are kicking in a lot more than you're used to, that's okay. So I know it's a deadlift variation, which means the main movers here is going to be this posterior chain muscles all the way back up here. That's what we're used to feeling. That's what we're used to thinking about training with this type of movement. However, it's going to be distinct from like an RDL or a Romanian deadlift where our feet are very close together and kind of straightish, and we get a lot of like just hamstring here, and that's kind of like all we're looking for. Conventional deadlift is a little bit more of everything. The sumo deadlift is just like a lot of legs. I like to think about it as almost like a hybrid position. It's a hybrid squat deadlift position, squat hinge position, almost more of a crouch. It's a great like all around athletic stance to be in and to be able to move explosively and quickly out of, which is why it's important to come down here and then sit into it a little bit longer. That's the big note in the cue, I would say. Because right now we're like raising up and then pulling. I would say sit in a little bit, let that bar be heavy for a second as we have to engage everything. Boom, come up, and at the very top we're getting that big flex, that big squeeze, 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 squeeze at the very top, and then upper back, squeeze like that. Give those few changes a try. If none of this makes any goddamn sense, let me know. I'll try and reword everything for you. Otherwise, keep it going. Last note, you can probably go heavier. That weight looks like it was nothing for you, dude. You're way strong. Let's see what we can do, okay? All right, I'll see you later. Keep questing, and let me know if you got questions. Bye.